Officiating today's game, Chris McBride, Patrick Manga, Bruce Hill, and Mark Sutherland. Enjoy today's contest.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nyack High School here in Nyack, New York. You're watching the Section 1 Girls Soccer Class AAA Finals. We'll have Class B up next here from Nyack High School, but it's all live right here on NBC Sports Engine Play. Josh Drebsky on camera. He's our production extraordinaire here this afternoon, this beautiful Saturday, November the 1st. My name, Ryan Holzfuss. Thrilled to be with you here on this, again, beautiful Saturday. We got some clouds up in the sky, but more like just streaks. It's a beautiful blue sky day here as October has come to a close, and the start of November means the start of playoff soccer championships as they're going on across the state of New York here today. Again, Section 1 Girls Soccer AAA and Class B here on this Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday, November 2nd. It'll be Class, I believe, AA, Single A, and Class C for Section 1 Girls Soccer Championships as North Rockland, the Raiders are in all red. They take the field. Arlington in all white. They've been out there huddled up waiting on their own 35-yard line, middle of the field, of the football field here at Nyack High School. The Admirals come in as the 3 seed here in Section 1 Class AAA, led by head coach Kelly Hunt and assistant Jason Conklin. They also have the JV coaches down there on the sideline as well for the Admirals. 11-5-2 here in 2025. They're the defending Section 1 and regional champ from 2024. They went all the way to the state final, lost to Ward Melville out of Section 11, a 1-0 score last year in Cortland. Arlington trying to get back there in 2 weeks' time. They first need to take down North Rockland, the 1 seed, 14-4 in 2025, led by head coach Phil Madonia, his 3rd season, and assistant Peter McGovern, again, also the JV and freshman coaches down there on the sideline as well. Yeah, we're underway here from Nyack High School. 40 minutes here for half one. And again, it's the North Rockland Raiders in all red. Arlington to start with possession here in our first half. They are in all white from head to toe. Officials here this afternoon. Chris McBride is handling the middle of the field, joined by Patrick Manga, Bruce Hill, and Mark Sutherland. Sutherland, I believe, being the sideline bench official. As Arlington controlling along our near sideline. And an interception in the middle of the field. Quickly, North Rockland the other way. They're sending Brianna DiPersino forward. But Arlington able to play it to goalie Kerry Finnerty. And now far sideline looking clear. North Rockland making it difficult, however. Arlington back on ball. Far sideline, that was Megan Higgins, sophomore. And the Raiders, 9 in white is Isabel Wren. Raiders now pressuring forward in the defensive third of Arlington, but the Admirals able to sniff that one out. Back and forth across midfield, but able to control is Gia Ramputi, senior midfielder along our near sideline. Ball at the feet of Shannon Davenport, the sophomore, and tried to play it to the middle of the field, or more so to the far sideline, was Olivia Bora. Now, I believe that's Davenport it is, who found the ball back at her feet. Here's Ramputi, one of the captains here for the Admirals. Ball out of play along our near sideline. Ramputi, a quick throw, and Nyack able to play it to the middle of the field. However, the ball make its way to the far sideline. Arlington will control. And as we're through 2 minutes here in our Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. Winner will move on to, I believe it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. This Wednesday, the 5th Class AAA Sub-Regional from Wallkill High School. Winner of this afternoon's Section 1 Final will take on the Section 9 winner. Those games being decided here this afternoon and tomorrow, this weekend. As Arlington threatening, that was KK DeSere, the junior forward, leading scorer for the Admirals this season. She was threatening deep in the North Rockland defensive end, but ball to play along the end line. and the Raiders will send it away. Claire Essick, 19 in red, sent it up along our near sideline. Isabel DeBacco was the first one there, but a turnover. Arlington now controlling cross toward the far sideline. The Admirals have been dangerous this season, sending crosses into the middle of the field. North Rockland able to survive that last offensive push there from the Admirals. Ball to play along the far sideline. It'll be a North Rockland throw again. The Raiders in all red. Arlington Admirals, the 3 seed here in the Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Tournament in all white. Raiders throw from midfield. And Arlington will control in their defensive third. Goalie for the Admirals is the freshman Ireland Murphy. Double zeros. Also Nicole Petrillo, also a freshman. As for North Rockland, Kerry Finnerty in goal, the senior. Arlington trying to play it out of their defensive third toward midfield. Nice play there defensively. That's KK DeSerre, 16 in white, the captain. Now she controls along the far sideline, sends Chase Harris forward. Here's Harris as she gets the ball kicked away from her feet. Leading scorer, 12 goals on the season, and had the one and only goal in the semifinal win over John Jay earlier in the week. Set up a corner kick here for Arlington. Admirals have been dangerous. I know for these 2 games in the preparation-wise, Class AAA and B, again the Class B final to follow, Briarcliff and Blindbrook. But North Rockland sent me statistics. Arlington had game-by-game stats. As here's Harris on the dangerous cross, and Finnerty there, the tallest one, able to high point that cross and
save.
Pull in that soccer ball. Creditor with the save. First save of the afternoon. And Finnerty will send it away, but Arlington sent me a chart, essentially a schedule detailed with stats of each game, who scored assist-wise, and just going through that. A lot of corner kick into the middle of the field, finished. A lot of crosses into the middle of the field, finished, and goals scored. So something to watch here is first corner hauled in by Kerry Finnerty for the Raiders. Ball to play. An Arlington throw from Shannon Davenport. Harris along the near sideline and whistled out of play. Flag from our near sideline official. As we are 5.5 minutes through our Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. First of 2 here from Nyack High School. On this beautiful Saturday, November the 1st, it is a bit windy, a little bit gusty. I always like to say breezy, but it is fairly windy. Arlington trying to clear. North Rockland sends a Raider near sideline. It was 17 Tegan McGovern. And ball played out of play along our near sideline. This should be a throw. It is. Per Chris McBride, our head referee, middle of the field. Isabella DeBacco, 8 in red, will handle this throw-in about 10 yards north of the end line. Ball played into around the end line, middle of the field, headed away by Davenport for Arlington. Here's Harris along the near sideline. Does a good job shielding the defender, DeBacco. Now Harris playing the ball forward and unable to get that pass to Quinn Kaphammer. 3 in white. She's center midfielder up top of the field. Now North Rockland controls along the north side, far sideline, Tried to play it. Teammate forward was Danielle Mayer, sophomore. Goal and an assist here in 2025. Arlington controlling much of the possession here and much of the offensive opportunities through our first now 7 minutes in half one. Here's an opportunity for North Rockland. Giovanna Orfini battling along the far sideline and won. However, a whistle. Courtney Foltz, captain versus captain. Foltz, whistled. Set up a free kick from the 20-yard line of the football field, just a couple steps beyond the far numbers. be Sadie Essick, the senior, to take it for the Raiders. Offside line set at about the 8-yard line. Here's the North Rockland set piece. Goes well beyond, have to imagine, the intended targets. Tegan McGovern, the first one there for the Raiders. And a nice job here by North Rockland to keep it in. Kayla Uzka. And nobody there to help her out. Ball to play along the end line. Will set up a goal kick for Arlington. No score through our first 8 minutes here from Nyack High School. Ireland Murphy double zeros in between the goalposts, sends it away towards the far sideline and out of play. North Rockland throw-in from just in front of their bench. We Danielle Mayer, the sophomore, to take it. Long throw, about 10, 12 yards there. Uzka trying to press her way forward. Ball skied in the air around the 30-yard line, far hash of the football field. And a battle for it along the far numbers. No whistle. North Rockland playing it forward. Mayer had her cross attempt blocked down by an Arlington defender. Mayer going to get another opportunity here, but a nice job there by the Admiral defender along the end line. That's Gia Ramputi, 22 in white. Doing a good job there, staying with the offensive attack. It did not allow that cross to come in. Going to set up now a North Arlington corner. Or a North Rockland corner, Arlington now one corner in our first half through the first 9+ minutes, 9.5 minutes. And the Raiders corner is sniffed out along the 5-yard line of the football field. Chase Harris, the first one there. Harris trying to turn upfield. North Rockland sent it right back and had a play along the end line.
Arlington.
A goal kick to come here for Arlington. So we approach 10 minutes through our first half here from Nyack High School. Kayla Uzka, first one to touch it off the goal kick. And now here's North Rockland pressing forward. Nice through ball off the foot of Emily Higgins for Tegan McGovern. And now to our near sideline. Bella DeBacco. Claire Essick for Emily Higgins, stolen away by Arlington. Nice pass from Kathhammer, sending Chase Harris forward, but just too far in front of Harris. Finnerty
grabbed by Murphy
there to collect the loose ball, and now North Rockland, the other way. Essick trying to send it forward. Uzka pressuring. Kathhammer will try to send the ball to the near sideline. Intended for Gia Ramputi, but it was intercepted on its way there. Now North Rockland controlling. Sadie Essick, captain. Her shot on goal off the mark. Snags the near netting
shot wide
of the goal.
Goal kick.
And we'll get our first substitution here. 11:50 into our first half. Arlington will make the change. Emma DiPersino checks in.
Entering the game,
and she'll play along the far wing.
13, Bailey Guckian.
Maybe Bailey Guckian per our PA announcer. Sort of tough numbers, white jerseys, but small numbers on the fronts. We'll see when Guckian, who they said, came in. Sadie Essick, a bit of a strong touch along our near sideline. It'll be an Arlington throw. Quick throw. Kathhammer controls at her feet along the near sideline. Sent forward by Ramputi for Chase Harris. 3 red jerseys there. And played back for goalie Carrie Finnerty. She'll collect inside her 18-yard box. She'll send it away. Sky-high kick. Over the head of Kayla Uzka and controlled by Kathhammer. And a good job as Uzka goes down. Kathhammer along the far numbers. And her pass intended for Chase Harris into the middle of the field, stolen away. Harris, a slide tackle. And the ball jarred away along the far sideline. Sets up an Arlington throw. Quick throw. KK DeSerre looking to set up a cross. She's going to get the ball kicked away. And motioning for an Arlington throw, and that's exactly what it'll be along the far sideline. Arlington throw to the R in Redhawks in the end zone along the far sideline. Calf hammer from the far numbers will send it here to the near hash. This is Davenport, plays it for Ramputi along the near sideline, and nice defensive play there by Tegan McGovern. And now the Raiders attempting to go the other way. They don't get into midfield. Ramputi will control along the near sideline. Nifty touch there to send forward a teammate. That's Desser. KK Desser trying to set up a cross. Here it is. Arlington been dangerous this season. It's blocked down by a red jersey and sent out of play. It's Claire Essick, the sophomore. Has been a starter for this North Rockland defense since he was an 8th grader, her 3rd season as a starter for the Raiders. And a corner kick to come. Gia Ramputi,
Corner kick.
senior,
Arlington.
a quick throw went off a red jersey. Second corner now for Arlington. As I mentioned here through our first 14 minutes, they're dangerous on the cross set pieces and corner kicks. Here's Ramputi from the near corner. Arlington able to get ahead on it. That was 24, Lizzie Keevens, the freshman. I believe got the head on it. It was as she turns her back to us, 24 in white. Arlington still an opportunity here following the corner kick. Nice defensive play there, and now North Rockland the other way. Gia Orfini, but out of her 18-yard box and off her line, Ireland Murphy will send it out of play along the far sideline. North Rockland throwing to come. So a bit of an extended offensive threat on one end to our right, and then a quick attack to our left. Arlington, though, able to contain it, and now controlling the possession of throw-in from the far sideline. A big throw as well. 15 yards or so along the far sideline. I believe that's Kylie Harm, 12 in white. Over the head of Chase Harris. Uzka. Nifty move there, stolen away by Lizzie Keevens. Elizabeth Keevens sends it forward, intended for KK Desser, now along the far sideline. And a throw in to come here for Arlington. They'll make their second change. Gia Ramputi will check out, playing the near wing midfield position. Entering for Arlington, Isabel Wren. I believe she checked out the first time. Long throwing, one bouncing. A North Rockland defender meets it at the near hash in the end zone. Here the football field, and ball go out of play along the far sideline. However, I think it's going to be a corner kick to come from the far corner.
Corner kick, Arlington.
And confirmed by our PA announcer, that's exactly what it is. Ramputi, 22 in white. She just checked out. She is the primary corner kick, free kick, set piece taker. So from the far sideline, this one will come out to about the 5-yard line of the football field, so 15 yards north of the end line. Arlington will control. Had to make sure they were on sides there. Didn't want to get caught in an off and on. As North Rockland will now look to play it forward. So we're through 15 minutes, just over 15 minutes, actually closing in on 17 minutes through our first half. Here's North Rockland. Sadie Essick the other way. Defended by Olivia Boer, the senior, 11 in white along the far sideline. The ball goes out of play, and North Rockland last to touch it. An Arlington throw. Scott into the middle of the field. Dangerous. Orfini, shot on goal, collected by Murphy.
Stop by Murphy.
We'll credit that as Murphy's first save here this afternoon. No score here from Nyack High School. And Josh Drebsky on camera, producer here this afternoon. My name, Ryan Holzbus. with you from Nyack High School. Calfhammer trying to send a teammate along the near sideline. That's Harris, 5 in white. Now North Rockland the other way. Olivia Bora, play back for Murphy. And offsides per our far sideline official.
Offside.
Around the 25-24 yard line
Free kick
of the football
Arlington.
field. We'll set up a free kick for Arlington. These two teams have met twice already this season, this being the rubber match. Met back in September on September the 17th at North Rockland, and the Raiders won 4-1. The following matchup didn't go the same way. Earlier, or I should say mid-October, October the 14th, it was Arlington at home, 2-0 win. So this being the rubber match between these two teams. North Rockland, a great defense. They've allowed less than 1 goal per game in their 18 games this season, 14-4 here in 2025. As for Arlington, they're also pretty great defensively, allowing just under 1.5 goals per game. 11-5-2 here in 2025 for, as I mentioned off the top, the 4-time defending Section 1 Class AAA and Class AAA regional champ, Arlington Admirals. Last season, 2024, went all the way to the state final and fell in Cortland toward Melville, 1-0 to score. And if Arlington able to hold on, this girl better be careful. She's on the field. It is a, thought she was going to kick it. It is going to be a free kick. Moving ball, however. Looks like we'll play on regardless. Calfhammer, the first one on it, and then she'll play it back for the Arlington defense. Not necessarily by choice, more by necessity. Fultz along the near sideline. Plays it for Gukian. Her pass intended for Calfhammer, middle of the field. Bit too strong, and now North Rockland threatening the other way. McGovern along the near sideline, stolen away by Gukian. Quick give and go with Shannon Davenport. Gukian looks to send a teammate forward along the far sideline. Chase Harris, KK DeSerre, 2 white jerseys there. And Arlington last to touch it. Be a North Rockland throw. But as I was mentioning, if Arlington is to win, it would be their 5th straight Section 1 championship. And Monroe Woodbury is playing either today or tomorrow in the Section 9 Class AAA girls soccer final. And those two teams know each other very well. 2023, Arlington lost in the regional round to Monroe Woodbury. In 2022, they lost in the sub-regional round to Monroe Woodbury. Again, we have no score through 20 minutes. Arlington will make their 3rd change. Quinn DeSombre, number 10, will check in for Arlington. I believe that's number 16, KK DeSerre, the junior, checking out along the far sideline. Throw in for the Admirals from the far sideline. Uzka, 16 in red, the first one there, and she'll send the ball out of play. And another Admiral throw. Harris, the intended target. Alyssa Gaviola, senior defender, number 3 in red for North Arlington, is battling with her there along the far sideline. The ball will go out of play along the end line, right side of the field, and a goal kick for the Raiders. Arlington controlling much of the first 20 minutes here in half number 1. North Rockland now trying to take advantage of a bit of an unsettled situation along the far sideline. Danielle Mayer. Arlington throw, out of play, up and over the fence along the far sideline. Someone's going to have to go chase that ball. Arlington throw along the 35-yard line of the football field. They play it quickly forward. This is Chase Harris, 5 in white. Carrying to the middle of the field. Plays it to her right for Quinn Calfhammer. Nice give and go. Here's Harris. Can she get a touch on it? She can't. Finnerty off her line along the end line of the football field
Stopped
end
by
zone.
Finnerty.
And we're going to credit that as her second save here in half number 1. Keeps our score at 0-0. At this point, I've had the pleasure, as the ball goes out of play along our near sideline, Arlington throw. I've had the pleasure of doing the Admirals last couple seasons, so at this point you kind of see Chase Harris in stride, and I'm able to kind of just rip her name right off the tongue. Admirals have been dominant, again playing in New York Class AAA state tournament games last couple seasons, 4-time defending Section 1 Class AAA champs. So that ball will skip out of play along the near sideline. Another Arlington change. This time it will be Harris, the captain, who will check out.
Admirals, number 16,
Junior captain Chase Harris. 12 goals this season, had 2 in the Section 1 quarterfinal win over Clarkstown South. 1 goal earlier in the season, that was in the loss versus North Arlington. DeSere checks in. KK DeSere, 16 in white for Arlington. North Rockland threatening along the far sideline. Arlington defender there. And carrying forward, I believe that is Fahey. Actually, sophomore captain, I believe possibly that was Calfhammer, saying probably not sophomore captain. Along the near sideline, Essick, senior captain for North Rockland, wearing that captain band along, or around, I should say, her left arm. Ball to play. North Rockland throw. Tobacco will take it, 8 in red. Uzka. First one on that throw in, skies the ball in the air, and off her line is Ireland Murphy. And a North Rockland player down as a collision there along the end line of the football field. Murphy met the Raiders attacker. She's still down there along the end line. Coach Phil Madonia in his 3rd season comes to tend to his injured Raider. Not entirely sure who it is down on the field. We'll step aside momentarily here. 15:25 remaining in half number 1. No score here from Nyack High School.
Round of applause for the Red Raider player. Entering the game for North Rockland, number 10, Jada Murphy. Entering the game for Arlington, number 22, Gia Ramputi.
Injured North Rockland player was the sophomore Danielle Mayer. Upon the collision with the freshman goalie, double zeros for Arlington, Ireland Murphy, and she'll send the ball away to midfield. North Rockland again here on the offensive push. Murphy will allow the ball, or she'll go essentially take the ball at her feet at the 10-yard line and dribble inside the 18-yard box and collect. 15 minutes left to play in half number 1. Both teams looked like made a change. Obviously, North Rockland had to make a change for the injured player. There in that injury timeout. North Rockland throw along the far sideline. Again, the Raiders of North Rockland in all red. Arlington Admirals, 4-time defending Section 1 Class AAA champs in all white. As for North Rockland, they are 18-time Section 1 champs, have not won since 2014. So this Raiders team, led by head coach Phil Madonia, trying to do something that hasn't been done for North Rockland High School in over 10 years. They fell to Arlington, score 1-0 in the 2023 Section 1 final. It's a pretty special 2014 season as well for North Rockland. They won not just the Section 1 Class AAA championship, they were also New York State champs. Arlington throw along the near sideline. Sniffed out by North Rockland. Admirals trying to keep it in the offensive third, but the North Rockland defender will send it across midfield. Arlington collects, and now along the far sideline, sent forward at the feet of, I believe that is DeSerre. Her feed, I should say, forward. I was going to say cross forward, but it was more of a feed through ball. Didn't get to its intended target. Finnerty collects in her 18-yard box. Short kick, only about 10 or 15 yards along the far sideline. Caphammer, another name, just again from doing Arlington games over the last couple seasons, able to just kind of pick her out. There she is there in the middle of the field. Ball didn't go to her feet. However, just another name able to just quickly pin right off. Here's Arlington trying to set up another cross. Admirals have been dangerous on the crosses, on the set pieces this season.
Corner kick.
North Rockland
Arlington.
Defender last to touch it. And another corner kick here for Arlington. Their third here in half number 1.
Chase Harris.
Chase Harris will check in. Dangerous finisher here on these corner kick set pieces. Ramputi out to the center of the field, 5-yard line of the football field. And now Arlington plays it out to the near sideline. Caphammer to collect. Trying to send a through ball forward, and then Caphammer, the last to touch it. Pinballed out of play. And Tobacco, quick throw here for North Rockland. Out of play again, Arlington last to touch it. Inside 12 minutes here in half number 1. No score from Nyack High School. As Arlington, a 1-0 win over John Jay, East Fishkill, in the Section 1 semifinal earlier in the week. That was on Wednesday.
For Arlington.
As the Admirals will make a change, the
December.
Senior captain Quinn Caphammer will check out. It's Quinn DeSombre, freshman, number 10 in white, checks in for the Admirals. As for North Rockland, they went the full distance, 2-2 tie, went to PKs, and they took down White Plains on Wednesday night in the semifinal. 4-3 there in the penalty shootout. Ball to play along the far sideline. Arlington throw. First one there is Gia Ramputi. She'll take it. As she's already played on the wing along our near sideline. She's now along the far sideline to close out half number 1. So we approach 10 minutes left to play. Harris played along the near sideline for Isabel Wren. Junior looking to play it forward for KK DeSerre. North Rockland for a moment possessed and gave it back to Arlington now. Handing it back to Red, pinballed back and forth. As the Raiders trying to get it across midfield. Here's Essick. Pressure by DeSombre, I believe. And I'll correct myself, 16, KK DeSerre applying the pressure there for the Admirals. Ball to play along the near sideline. North Rockland throw. Tobacco will take it. In the middle of the field, near numbers. Possibly a handball it will be. Olivia Bora whistled for the handball, and Arlington will retreat to defend into their defensive third. We're inside 10 minutes in the Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. No score between North Rockland and Arlington. Essick, Sadie Essick on the free kick And it'll go out of play along the end line. However, a offsides called by our far sideline official along the, looks like 4 or 3 yard line of the football field here at Nyack High School. Arlington defense playing a tough offsides line. They're inside their defensive third. Here's Harris. For Ramputi along the near sideline. Ramputi sends teammate forward, KK DeSerre. And the junior unable to control that pass. Ball to play along the end line. North Rockland goal kick, to come.
Entering the game for North Rockland.
As Arlington will make a change, North Rockland will also make a change. Danielle Mayer will check in for the Raiders.
For Arlington,
she was the injured
number
player.
13, Bailey Gukian.
As for the Admirals, Bailey Gukian will check in. Number 13 in white. Ball to play along the near sideline.
Arlington, Quinn Kaffhammer.
Here comes Kaffhammer in for Arlington. DeSombre will head over to the sideline inside 8 minutes. Arlington trying to get across the goal here to go into half with a lead. Ramputi the throw from the near sideline. North Rockland had the first one on it. That was DeBacco. And the ball to play. DeBacco for North Rockland will handle the throw in from our near sideline. Couple steps forward from the 30-yard line of the football field. Ball's in play now to play per our near sideline official. Flag went up. Arlington throw from midfield. Davenport will send it forward. First head on it was Tika McGovern, 17 in red. Now 17 in white. DiPersino to the feet of Kaffhammer. And now Arlington controlling along the far sideline. Kaffhammer pressured by Kayla Uzka. Admirals able to recover. It's inside 7 minutes here. Section 1, Class AAA final. Ill-advised pass there from Elizabeth Keevens. North Rockland momentarily controlled. Arlington, though, along midfield. I should say at midfield. Retakes possession. Here are the Admirals. DeSerre along the far sideline. Plays Gukian, however, just too strong of a pass. Ball to play along the far sideline, and North Rockland will trigger it in there from the far sideline, deep in the defensive third of the Raiders. As we approach 6 minutes to play in our first half. Arlington arguably controlling the possession here and just essentially the attacking chances here through our first, coming up on 35 minutes. North Rockland trying to play it forward to midfield along the far sideline. They will here for Uzka. Uzka's pass is deflected in transit, intended for Sadie Essick. Now Arlington across midfield. Gukian, her pass intercepted along the far sideline and out of play. North Rockland defender last to touch it as Danielle Mayer was along the far sideline right in front of the Arlington bench. As the Admirals along the far sideline all standing. North Rockland seated here through our first 35 minutes. Ramputi along the near sideline, made the first defender miss. Matched up with DeBacco, and Isabella DeBacco will send the ball out of play along the near sideline. Inside 5 minutes here in half number 1, Section 1, Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. Ramputi trying to cross the ball in along our near sideline. Hitting the turf was DeBacco. She was the last one to touch it for North Rockland. So a quick Arlington throw. Admirals will control at midfield. Will switch the field to the far sideline. Gukian attempting a quick give and go with Kaffhammer. And Gukian will go down to the turf. Whistle will stay in the pocket of our official. And the ball will bounce its way out of play along midfield, along the far sideline. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in our first half. North Rockland throw. I believe this is Mayer, 4 and white to handle it in front of the Arlington bench. And again, Raiders, this time Mayer from in front of their bench to throw it in. Caphammer in the middle of the field battling with Uzka. Uzka was looking for a whistle, looking to the head referee in the middle of the field. Regardless, or I should say nonetheless, Arlington plays it forward. This Admirals team graduated both senior goalies this past spring. Be a handball. They are called along the 30-yard line, far sideline of the football sideline. That's where this set piece will come. 3:11 and ticking, 3:10.
Arlington.
It'll be Ramputi to take it. But Arlington, they graduated both senior goalies, Sophia Vandermark and Terlika Horton. Also, both leading goal scorers graduated this past spring. Caitlin Dwyer and Riley Pettigrew. So the Admirals trying to get back to the state tournament and win Section 1 without some of their biggest pieces from a year ago. Ramputi, a great cross, or really would call that a shot on Cage. And Finnerty will haul that one in, her third save of this afternoon Section 1 final. Keep our score tied at 0. So Finnerty's been a little bit more busy than Ireland Murphy. Got Murphy credited for 2 saves. North Rockland might have broken the offside trap here. Opportunity for Gio Orfini along our near sideline and then trying to find teammates in the middle of the field. The white jerseys, Arlington doing a nice job recovering. Inside 2 minutes. As it's really for North Rockland trying to break the Arlington offsides line. Saw Arlington jerseys making their way north, up middle of the field, towards midfield, trying to recover. And North Rockland was able to catch him just a step or 2 off. So I believe 2 or 3 offsides already called against North Rockland through our first 38.5 minutes. $1:30 left to play here from Nyack High School in our first half. No score between North Rockland, the 1 seed, and Arlington, the 3 seed. As I mentioned, Arlington 4-time defending Section 1 Class AAA winners.
Last minute of play
Ramputi
in the first half.
From the far sideline, sends a ball towards midfield. Tobacco called her name plenty thus far in this first half, got her head on it. Arlington again trying to send it upfield along the far sideline. North Rockland sends it out of play. Arlington throw. Heard our PA announcer here from Nyack High School just about 15 seconds, or more like 25, 30 seconds ago or so. 30 seconds now left in half number 1. Should get a handball here and instead of play on. North Arlington threatening in our final 20 seconds. However, first one there for Arlington was Olivia Bora. North Rockland supporters looking for a push. Instead of play on, we're inside 10 seconds. Going to get a quick throw here from Tobacco. And loose in the middle of the field. And 0-0s on the Nyack scoreboard. And more like 5 zeros on the Nyack scoreboard. No score
North Rockland 0
here from Nyack High School. As Arlington and North Rockland battle it through our first 40 minutes.
With 5.
And instead make it 4 saves for Murphy, 5 saves for Finnerty there through half number 1.
Section 1
Had it as 3 and 3 respectively.
During today's event, to purchase your
Don't go anywhere. About a 10-minute break or so. We'll be back with half number 2 here from Nyack High School, live on NBC Sports Engine Play. No score here in the Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final.
Are available. Sports Engine Play is Section 1's exclusive streaming partner. Sports Engine Play is your destination to watch live and on-demand Section 1 athletics and events. Fans can visit Sports Engine
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching the girls soccer Section 1 Class AAA final. No score between the Arlington Admirals, they're in all white, and the North Rockland Raiders in all red. My name is Ryan Holzbus, thrilled to have you with us this afternoon. Beautiful Saturday, November 1st, into the month of November. Leaves have already changed. It's a breezy day, so a lot of those leaves getting blown off those trees. Everybody jokes with me. I say it's a breezy day. It's a little bit more than breezy. It's windy. It's gusty. Hudson River, a couple miles in front of us. You can kind of see it a little bit. Arlington began our game with possession, so North Rockland, again in all red, will kick it off to start half number 2. No score on the scoreboard, but arguably it's been Arlington controlling much of that first 40 minutes there in the first half. Controlling not just the possession, but controlling the pace, controlling the attack. Had a lot more more chances. I tallied 3 or 4 corner kicks to North Rockland's just 1. And on par, Arlington is. First one, to get an offensive attack put together here in half number 2. Finnerty there to snag that loose ball. 45 seconds into half number 2, she'll send it away towards midfield. It's been Chase Harris, Quinn Kaffhammer, along with Gia Ramputi, a lot of the names that have stuck out for Arlington. As for North Rockland, Sadie Essick has almost gotten through a couple times. Essick, senior captain, number 2 in red. It was KK DeSerre, junior captain, one of the leading scorers for Arlington. Trying to get loose along our near sideline. Here's Kaffhammer inside the 18-yard box. Cross, off her left foot. Ball come down to the feet of Quinn DeSombre, but a red jersey there to send it back towards midfield. Arlington will send it right back in. Livia Bora, as Gia Ramputi, senior, will fight for it. Now the ball at the feet of fellow senior, the captain, Quinn Kaffhammer. Isabel Wren, junior, along our near sideline, looking to set up a cross. It's knocked down by Alyssa Gaviola, 3 in red. However, Arlington, as we're over 2 minutes through half number 2, will keep it here on the offensive half. Chase Harris to her right, runs past the defender. Now along the far numbers as she enters the red end zone here at Nyack High School.
Corner kick.
Last touched by a red jersey, and it'll be an Arlington corner from the far corner. Giovanna Ramputi, 2 goals, 4 assists here in the 2025 campaign. She will send it across. A lot of open area in the middle in front of the goal. We'll expect a Nyack set piece here. Arlington, set piece here. Ball skied in the air off the head of Harris. And sent forward by Gaviola. And cut off before it got to midfield. Ramputi to the middle of the field for Harris. And stolen away by North Rockland. Foltz, one of the Arlington captains. The left back will recover. Kaffhammer along the near numbers, and now here's Foltz. Isabel Wren carrying along the near sideline. Looks to send to Sombre, who will keep it in play. Sends a cross in, left foot. And North Rockland will play it out of bounds. Arlington. Set up another corner kick here for Arlington. Already their second in half number 2. So certainly plenty of scoring chances for the Admirals, as Ramputi will send it in here from the near corner this time. Only 1 white jersey in the red end zone, as here comes the corner kick, as well as the Admirals offensive players making it a run. Admirals supporters looking for a push there as ball makes its way to the near sideline. Ramputi sends it to the middle of the field, and there we'll get a push from an Arlington offensive player. And it'll be a North Rockland free kick.
Free kick, North Rockland.
So we approach 5 minutes through half number 2. Free kick will come from the 16-yard line, middle of the field. 16-yard line of the football field. Caphammer, the first to touch it, and out of play along our near sideline. North Rockland throw in to come. Gaviola. Here's Sadie Essick battling with 24 in white. Lizzie Keevens, the freshman. Keevens, the only freshman out there and on this, or excuse me, besides the 2 freshman goalies, so I'll correct myself.
Entering for North Rockland, Tegan
also,
McGovern.
We'll correct myself again as change here made. Molly O'Hanlon wearing 5 in red will check in for Danielle Mayer. But Keevens and Quinn DeSombre, 2 freshmen out there for Arlington on the field, along with the 2 goalies, Ireland Murphy and Nicole Petrillo. Murphy is the goalie in between the pipes, or excuse me, Murphy handled the first half. Looks like it is possibly Petrillo in goal. We'll try to see momentarily here. If they did in fact make a change. I don't think they did. I think it is still Murphy in goal here for Arlington in half number 2. Isabel Wren, throw in from the near sideline, finds the feet of KK DeSerre. Ball to play. This time will be a North Rockland throw. Gaviola over everybody's head. Foltz will send it toward the middle of the field. Some big gusts coming through here from right to left at Nyack High School. Ball towards the far sideline. Harris does a good job keeping it in play. A nice through ball played forward for Ramputi. And her through ball not as good. Intended for DeSerre. I was about to say it was even better, but North Rockland defender able to get there before DeSerre was able to get there. A quick throw from Ramputi. Or a cross attempt deflected by a North Rockland defender, and now the Raiders will send it forward, but 2 white jerseys in the area. But nice job here. Able more so just to keep playing forward. Gia Orfini working against Courtney Foltz, but the senior captain does a good job shielding the North Rockland offensive player. Arlington throw. And out of play, late whistle. And North Rockland throwing from the near sideline. Approaching 8 minutes through our second half here in the Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. Murphy will collect along her end line. Wind blowing right to left, but the flags here at Nyack High School, they're going all over the place. Got some flags blowing from our near sideline to the far sideline. The U.S. flag in the far left corner is blowing left to right. Got flags to my right, blowing right to left, so just kind of like a wind tunnel here.
Stopped
at
by
Nyack
Murphy.
High School. Murphy down to the turf there to collect that loose ball. Her punt towards midfield. North Rockland first one there. Here's Uzka. Through ball. Cut off by Keevens. Keevens pass in the middle of the field for DeSombre, the freshman. North Rockland sniffed that out at midfield and now sends the ball forward, out of play, along the far sideline. Harris will collect and plays back for Olivia Bora. Here's North Rockland. Sadie Essick. Been working all afternoon along the left attacking flank for the Raiders. First half was along our near sideline. Now here in half number 2, working along the far
Corner
sideline.
North
and
Rockland.
Working hard there. Ball to play along the end line. It'll be a corner kick here for North Rockland. Just their second, here in this afternoon Section 1 final. Their first in our first 10 minutes of half number 2. Essick will send up a cross here. And it hooks left and out of play along the end line.
Goal kick, Arlington.
Called out of play before.
Checking in
really had a chance
Admirals.
to get in
Number
as a
13,
cross.
Bailey Gukian.
As Arlington will make a change, Bailey Gukian will check in for the Admirals as Ireland
already in
will send
for
it away.
North Rockland. Number 5, Molly O'Hanlon.
Here's Chase Harris, 5 in white. She received the goal kick. An interception, or more so stolen away by Tegan McGovern along the far sideline. She is wearing 17 in red. However, there were 2 5 in reds on our rosters that we received. Molly O'Hanlon, she's wearing 5 in red. Tegan McGovern, 17 in red. North Rockland threatening here. Down to the turf, possibly trying to draw a whistle was Gia Orfini. Senior captain won't get it there. She was inside the 18-yard box. And ball to play. Arlington, Glass to poke it out. 11 minutes through half number 2. Still no score between Arlington and North Rockland. North Rockland, the 1 seed, but they've arguably been on the back foot here through our opening 50-plus minutes.
Stop by Murphy.
Arlington's been the one pressing the agenda. However, last couple minutes or so, it's been North Rockland who's possessed in our right half of the field here at Nyack High School, the offensive half for North Rockland. So the Raiders have been on the attack here last 4 or 5 minutes or so. Murphy, rather than punting the ball towards midfield, instead put it on the ground, and then her pass toward the near sideline, too strong out of play. Sets up a North Rockland throw-in. Wren and Capfamer back to Wren. Trying to play it forward, stolen away by a North Rockland defender. Lizzie Keevans working along the near sideline. Had a ball come up in her face area and then off her, hopefully, chin and out of play. Looks like she's okay. She'll stay out there. And back on ball is Lizzie Keevans, sends the ball out of play. Keevans, one of the 4 freshmen here on the Arlington roster, on this varsity Maroon A roster. Foltz down to the turf, playing from her backside. And ball to play will be a throw-in. So actually a good job there by Courtney Foltz. She was on her back and out of play, and rather than going out of bounds along the end line for a corner kick, just from her back, scoots the ball out of play, sets up a throw-in. Here's another throw-in from North Rockland, a little bit upfield. And out of play again. Keevans last to touch it. This Gaviola, 3 in red on the throw-in for North Rockland. Ball will go out of play. It'll be an Arlington goal kick upcoming.
Arlington.
On a chilly day here at Nyack High School, as Murphy will send it forward towards midfield, out of play along the far sideline. Just pulling up the weather app for you all. 53-degree day. Feels like 46, though, with this breeze. 14 miles per hour coming out of the west-northwest per the Apple weather app. Like I said, I got a flag in the left corner over here blowing left to right. The flag about 5 yards or so to my right and almost arm's reach is blowing more so across the field from our near sideline to the far sideline.
Collected
I got a flag to
Murphy.
my left blowing very aggressively near sideline to far sideline. So just a very windy, breezy day here at Nyack High School. for the girls soccer Section 1 Class AAA, and then the Class B final to follow. Projected start time at 2:30. Approaching 25 minutes left to play here in the Class AAA final. North Rockland controlling along the near sideline. Molly O'Hanlon sends the ball forward, intended for Sadie Essick. It'll go out of play along our near sideline. North Rockland throw in upcoming. A lot of contact there between, that's Foltz and I believe 21
Saved
Orfini.
by Ireland Murphy.
Shot on goal wasn't too strong of a shot. Murphy able to collect. She's had her hands on a handful of soccer balls here in this first half. Really her first save, though, coming right there as we just crossed the 25-minute mark. Arlington
Checking in for
making a
the
change.
Admirals.
Isabel Wren
Number
will
7,
head off to
Olivia
the sideline.
Borman.
Olivia Borman, 7 in white, will check in for Arlington. Arlington trying to win their first state championship since 2016. Their first and only title. Again, 4-time defending regional champs. So they're used to this Section 1 final stage. I mean, this has only been a step on the road for them over the last couple seasons. Even though for the Admirals it's ended early on this, stage, the state tournament run. Again, 2023 lost in the regional round, 2022 in the sub-regional. They will play a sub-regional. The winner of this game will head to Wallkill High School on Wednesday, November the 5th. Class AAA sub-regional versus the Section 9 Class AAA winner. I'll actually be on that game, NFHS Network, for all of you interested in tuning in if you're unable to get to Wallkill High School. I believe 7:30 p.m. start as Harris almost tripped over her own feet there along the far numbers. North Rockland trying to play it forward across midfield. Arlington defenders right there. Caphammer find the ball at her feet. Defender on her back. However, she'll make a nice turn and plays the ball for Olivia Borman along the near sideline. She'll turn it over. Now Uzka. Some hard contact from Olivia Borman along the near hash mark. She's looking at the official, looking for a call. And now down to the turf, Molly O'Hanlon along the near football sideline. Arlington will play a ball forward. Looking to chase it down was KK DeSayer. Junior captain was unable to get to it. Change of possession in the middle of the field. North Rockland looking to control. Tegan McGovern down to the turf. Here's Sadie Essick carrying along the 4 numbers. 2 white jerseys, a third trailing. Essick down to the turf. A lot of contact, shoulder to shoulder, though. And a play on from our official. So we approach 22 minutes to play here in the Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. Approaching 22 minutes in regulation. We'll get a substitution here from Arlington ahead of this throw-in.
Entering the game for
Quick
the
change
Admirals,
as checking out
number
is Quinn
17,
DeSombra.
Emma DiProsino.
Emma DiProsino will check in, 17 in white. Here's Sadie Essick carrying to her right. Cuts back towards the middle of the field / far sideline when she got to the far hash. And now a turnover in the middle of the field. Caphammer plays it to her left for Olivia Borman, who looks to play it forward for Kaylin DeSayer. North Rockland defense plays it towards midfield, out of play. Throw in to come. Courtney Foltz will handle it. Senior captain finds fellow senior captain Quinn Caphammer. Back to Foltz. Nice cutback along the near sideline. A nice job playing it forward to Olivia Borman. Claire Essex, sophomore defender, came from her center defensive back position to the near sideline. Had to get dirty a little bit on this turf. Ball to play. Quick Arlington throw. And North Rockland trying to play it forward. Sadie Essick has played sideline to sideline here this afternoon. She played it forward with the Arlington defense right there along the 45-yard line on their defensive half of midfield. Nice ball movement, but just too weak of a touch there from KK DeSerre. Chase Harris was putting together a nice run there along the far hash. Arlington's Courtney Foltz will play a ball up along the far sideline and now out of play. As the ball blown back on the field, the whistle did come just prior to it. Ball to play, Arlington throw. And ahead of the Olivia Borman throw-in, another change here to come from Arlington.
For Arlington, number
Bailey
22,
Kukian, the
Gia
sophomore, will
Ramputi.
check out. Gia Ramputi, the senior, will check in. 20 minutes left to play here in regulation from Nyack High School. Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. Ramputi on the sideline there for a little bit there in half number 2. Have to imagine she's well rested as Kathhammer carries out of play. She'll recover. Arlington last touch it at midfield. It was the freshman Lizzie Keevens, 24 in white. Set up a North Rockland throw in just shy of midfield. Keevens again the last to touch it. This time the throw will come from the 30-yard line. 19 minutes left to play. North Rockland trying to play with it in their, or among their defenders in the midfield. And the Raiders forced to just play it out of bounds. And our officials will deem Arlington the last to touch it. North Rockland will throw it in. Gaviola, 3 in red. Claire Essick will send it forward. Foltz last to touch it, just across midfield. North Rockland to throw it in from about the 45-yard line on the football field, just across midfield from our near sideline. Approaching 18 minutes left to play. Foltz, the first head on it, or excuse me, correct myself, that was 7 Olivia Borman. Ball out of bounds, Arlington throwing from just across midfield. No score between the Admirals and Raiders. Harris in the middle of the field, slide from behind, dangerous from Gio Orfini. Foltz will switch the field. However, maybe too strong of a pass. Nice job there by Gia Ramputi along the far sideline to keep it in play. And North Rockland, the last to touch it along the far sideline. Kayla, or excuse me, not Uzka. I believe that's 17 McGovern along the far sideline, applying the pressure for North Rockland. Keevens trying to find Ramputi along the far sideline, right in front of the Arlington bench, goes out of play. North Rockland throw. Approaching 17 minutes left to play. Nice defensive play there by KK DeSerre to recover. Here's a ball sent in front by North Arlington over the head of the Arlington defender, and off her line to collect is Ireland Murphy. Nice job by the freshman as her Arlington defense was in a bit of a disarray there. Murphy will send it away, punt it towards midfield, but cut down at the 35-yard line by Molly O'Hanlon for North Rockland. O'Hanlon now battling with Courtney Foltz. And Gaviola for North Rockland will send another ball forward. Headed back to goalie Ireland Murphy by Shannon Davenport, sophomore defender for Arlington. Heads up play there by Davenport. Keeps our score at 0-0 as we approach 16 minutes. Arlington defense, 2 dangerous encounters there. Lucky to come away and still our score 0-0. Had one ball bouncing over a couple white jerseys, and then that last ball played into the middle of the field. The wind, you can see, cutting down the ball as it was bouncing towards midfield, and even right there, just the gusts keeping it from getting all the way to midfield. Arlington battling forward against the wind, as I've been saying, blowing from left to right along the far sideline, sort of swirling along our near sideline. Here's DeSere, has numbers, through ball for Chase Harris. A right-footed outside foot shot and into the back of the net with 15:34 left to play. Arlington takes a 1-0 lead. A nice ball sent forward. Harris received it, played towards the near hash, and then just as she entered the 18-yard box across the 5-yard line on the football field, an outside foot right touch past Kerry Finnerty. A 1-0 score with just over 15 minutes left to play in the Section 1 Class AAA girls soccer final. Arlington has controlled much of the possession, much of the pace here this afternoon. North Rockland, though, the last handful of minutes here in half two have controlled the offensive pace. And really in half one, it was a lot of just quick attacks from North Rockland. Arlington there with a quick shot upfield there, and Chase Harris, the right foot, off the outside right foot into the back of the net. Is Sadie Essick, the senior, down on the field following the restart. Clock stopped at 15:16. Arlington, a 1-0 lead. Harris, the game-winning goal, and the only goal versus John Jay in the Section 1 semifinal, and she delivers here this afternoon. Inside 20 minutes. Bit of a short stoppage here. Essick, conversation with her teammates as well as head referee Chris McBride. He's joined by Patrick Manga, Bruce Hill, and Mark Sutherland, I believe, is the table official along the far sideline. My name is Ryan Holzbus. Josh Drebsky is the cameraman and producer here this afternoon from Nyack High School. You can see it, the trees along the far sideline bending to their right. That wind gusting along the far sideline from left to right. We do have a pretty decently sized mountain to our left. Prevent some of that wind, but the Hudson River straight ahead. Hudson River Valley
checking in for the Red
does
Raiders,
open up here in this area, this Haverstraw, Stony Point area along our Rockland County, and then across the river, Westchester County, Croton. There's a set piece sent in front off the foot of, I believe that's Claire Essick. It was 19 in red. The sophomore
goal scored by
the ball
captain
forward.
number 5, Chase Harris. The assist to captain number 16, Kaylin DeSere. Goal scored in the 65th minute. That's Harris from DeSere in
Here's
the
Arlington.
65th minute.
Defensively. And a goal for North Rockland. Wanted to let the PA announcer announce that goal. The Raiders answer. Just about a minute and a half following the first goal of the afternoon. We'll see if we can get a goal scorer name. Trying to see Arlington getting together. Looking to the sideline, our near sideline for a possible offsides, but no, we're all tied about one. North Rockland, a quick answer with 14:43 left to play. See if our PA announcer has the goal scorer. Looks like number 1, number 2. Two in red per Josh. 21. Oh, 21. Gio Orfini per cameraman Josh Drebsky. Kind of came quickly there. Just trying to let the PA announcer announce the goal. Took me by surprise, saying goal scored by. I was like, oh,
Raiders goal.
definitely was the goal.
By
Saved it
number
over
21,
here.
Captain Giovanna Orfini.
There's the confirmation.
Goal scored in the 66th
Gio Orfini,
minute.
21 in red.
Giovanna Orfini in the
Her
66th
third goal
minute.
here in, or excuse me, 13th goal here in 2025 for Giovanna Orfini, the senior captain. We're all tied up back at 1 inside 15 minutes. Here's Uska trying to carry forward and sniffed out by 17 in white. That's Emma DiProsino. Her through ball forward, too far for Dessert. The Arlington defender was trying to shield Orfini from getting to the ball inside the 18-yard box. Would have to imagine Murphy trying to get there as well. Not sure what the communication was, but miscommunication nonetheless. And North Rockland able to get a ball in the back of the net. 1-1 score. As now here comes Arlington. Switch the field along the far sideline. Here's Ramputi looking to send across in front, and Arlington will set up a corner kick.
Corner kick, Arlington.
As I mentioned this afternoon, they've been dangerous this season on the corner kicks, on these set pieces. It'll be Ramputi to take it. Inside 13:30. Need a good one here. As the wind, again, gusting from left to right over there along the far sideline. It's a nice corner kick right into the middle of the field at the A in Nyack. And it was a red jersey getting a head on it, and then sending it out of play along the far sideline. And over the fence there. Now 2 soccer balls down into the trees along the far sideline. 13 minutes left to play in the Section 1 Class AAA Girls Soccer Final. 1-1 score, both goals coming in just the last 4 minutes. Here's a cross sent in front and headed away towards the far sideline by Claire Essick. And North Rockland will send it towards midfield along the far sideline. Able to keep it in play. Landon Yates battling along the far sideline. Now Arlington will carry towards the near sideline. Through ball doesn't find its intended target at the feet of North Rockland. Sent forward. Sadie Essick chasing it down. Ireland Murphy will allow the ball to skip its way inside the 18-yard box, and she'll collect. So we approach 12 minutes here from Nyack High School. Ball to play along the near sideline. Courtney Foltz trying to find Isabel Wren. Gaviola, 3 in red, will handle the throw-in. Here's Sadie Essick trying to cut back to the middle of the field. She does. Calf hammer, able to get a hand on it.
Save.
And Ireland Murphy will collect. Another dangerous ball played there in front of the Arlington goal. Had a couple of them now in our last 15 minutes or so. One of them finding the back of the net just over 3 minutes ago to tie our score at 1. Here's a nice ball sent forward for Chase Harris. A quick touch and a handball per our official. And the Arlington fans not happy about it. The call did come from about 20-25 yards away.
North Rockland.
Nonetheless, a North Rockland free kick will come from the 22-yard line from the near sideline, just off the football sideline. 11 minutes left to play. Ball played to the middle of the field and handled shy of midfield by Emily Higgins. Her younger sister Megan also on this North Rockland girls soccer team. A whistle and an upcoming North Rockland free kick.
Free kick, North Rockland.
10:30 left to play. Be Sadie Essick and Isabella DeBacco standing around the ball. Looks like it'll be Sadie Essick to take it from the far hash 38-yard line. Ball begins to move, and here comes the free kick whistled prior to it. Murphy handles it, but we'll get a re-kick. The ball cannot move ahead of any set-piece free kick. It was moving there. And now younger sister Claire Essick will jog over to take this next set piece. Rather than from the 38-yard line, it'll come from the far hash 39-yard line. North Rockland putting together their run. An offside intended for Emily Higgins. She got a touch on it, but an offside coming from our near sideline official. Flag came up along, it looks like the
Free
2-yard line
Arlington.
of the football field. Set up in a free kick here for Arlington. 9:30 left to play. Our score still tied at 1. As it was a nice ball. First one on it was Orfini or Higgins, one of the first ones there. And Ireland Murphy did a good job to punch it to her left. Keep it out of harm's way. Regardless, the offside
Entering
flag
the game for
kept
the
our
Red
score tie at 1.
Raiders, Daniela Mayer.
Change for North Rockland. Checking out is Tegan McGovern. Danielle Mayer, 4 in red, will check in. Inside 9 minutes. Again, this is the Class AAA final. Class B will follow. 2:30 is the set kickoff time. And then tomorrow we will have 3 games here on NBC Sports Engine Play. Section 1 Girls Soccer Finals. Josh was nice enough to send me the schedule. Class A, Rye versus Pleasantville. Class C, Tuckahoe versus North Salem. And Class AA, Albertus Magnus versus Harrison. I believe all 3 of those formers, Rye, Tuckahoe, and Albertus Magnus, defending champs. Defending Section 1 champs, along with Arlington, all tied up here with North Rockland 1-1. 8 minutes left to play. Ball to play along the far sideline will be an Arlington throw-in from just north of the end zone to our right. Ball pinballed back and forth. North Rockland, a chance here. Off the left foot of Orfini.
Stop.
Handled by Murphy. Gio Orfini now 13 goals here in 2025. An opportunity to give her team a lead here in the closing stages of the Section 1 Class AAA final. Ball to play along the far sideline. Arlington throw in front of the North Rockland bench. Both benches now on their feet. 7 minutes left to play. In the Section 1, Class AAA girls soccer final. Cross in front, but not on target. There were 3 white jerseys in the middle of the field.
Goal kick, North Rockland.
Ball to play along the end line. A goal kick to come here for North Rockland. First one on it, Gia Ramputi. Far numbers, 30-yard line. Sends it to the middle of the field. To a red jersey, and now Uska battles against Kathhammer. Uska forced to play it out of bounds. Ramputi will handle the upcoming throw for Arlington. Approaching 6 minutes to play. Dessert battling along the far sideline. I believe that's Emily Higgins. It is 22 in red. Inside 6 minutes here from Nyack High School. Chase Harris for Keevans, and Keevans wasn't exactly, she was sort of flat-footed, and her pass just off the mark. Ramputi also a bit flat-footed, unable to adjust that pass. And then North Rockland, flat-footed, Mayer, an off-touch out of bounds. Inside 5:30 now. Quick Arlington throw from the far sideline. Ramputi, a cross/shot on goal, out of play along the far pipe, far post. Goal kick here for North Rockland, closing in on 5 minutes. Have to imagine that this wind is really playing a factor out there on the field. Down to the turf goes a white jersey. That was number 18, Shannon Davenport, able to get back up and then jog back to her defensive position, the right back. out of play in front of the Arlington bench, far sideline, North Rockland throw. Wind swirling around here at Nyack High School. American flag in the left corner, blowing left to right aggressively. I got a flag, again, like I mentioned, 5 yards or so to my right, just swirling around in all kinds of different directions. Hit me in the face not too long ago. Chase Harris, ball played forward, and North Rockland will send it out of bounds. Closing in on 4 minutes. Harris will take the quick throw in for Arlington. Ramputi, bit of a strong touch, and she was unable to control. North Rockland will play it towards midfield. Arlington pinballs it back in. Caphammer along the near numbers, now near sideline. Weak left touch. North Rockland, and thought maybe kept it in bounds. We had a late whistle. Arlington throw in to come from the near sideline. Inside 4 minutes, still tied at 1. Isabel Wren trying to play the ball forward. Uzka knocks it down. Sends it to midfield. Davenport will send it forward. And Davenport off her chest. And out of play along the far sideline, just across midfield. North Rockland, the quick throw. Kevens last to touch it. And out of play. Again, a North Rockland Raider throw-in coming from the far sideline. It'll be Danielle Mayer as we hit the 3-minute mark. Tied at 1 here at Nyack High School. Girls Soccer Section 1 Class AAA Final. Mayer, her throw, headed back towards her. She'll sky a ball. That bounces at the far hash. And then Arlington able to play it forward. Carrying is Courtney Foltz, gets the ball kicked out from under her feet. And that was Isabel Wren, 9 and white. Here's a bouncing ball. That bounces through the Arlington defense. Don't want that to happen. And Murphy will sprawl out on it along the far hash, 5-yard line of the football field. Inside 2:30 in our Class AAA Section 1 final. Murphy sends the ball towards midfield at the 40-yard line, far sideline. North Rockland the last to touch it. Arlington throw. Ramputi sends the ball forward in the wind, cutting that thing down and altering it towards our near sideline. North Rockland will control. Not a great first touch there by Emily Higgins, and now Arlington the other way, but again, that ball getting knocked down as it crosses midfield. The wind gusting from left to right. We're inside 2 minutes. Nice hustle there by Dessert. Ball sent forward for Chase Harris, knocked down, and Ramputi will control, or look to control. Now Davenport playing it forward. DeBacco, Davenport, out of play, Arlington throw as we approach a minute's play. $1:15 and counting. Davenport, the quick throw in. I've been pushing it off Josh. I figure now is a good time to inform our viewers and listeners as the ball goes out of play along the far sideline. Quick Arlington throw, 1 minute left to play
in the second half.
If we don't get a goal here, we will go to golden goal overtime. DiPersino sends it forward. Ball comes back to her over her head. Sadie Essick bodied in the middle of the field. Hard contact with Courtney Foltz. And a quick whistle. 35 seconds. Free kick for North Rockland from just north of the 40-yard line. Sadie Essick will take it. Middle of the field. Sadie Essick won't take it. Instead, it'll be younger sister Claire Essick, the sophomore. KK Dessert standing just about 7 yards or 8 yards. Didn't give her the full 10. Off a white head. Calfhammer will chase it down in the near corner. Inside 10 seconds to play now. Calfhammer pinballed it off Emily Higgins. The danger's there inside 10 seconds now. Inside 5 seconds. One more chance possibly here for Chase Harris. Inside of 1 second. And along our near sideline, unable to get anything off there, as in any sort of play towards goal. Harris, the opening goal scorer, just inside 16 minutes. And then it was Gio Orfini senior captain answered for North Rockland just about a minute and a half later to tie our score at 1. End of regulation, we're headed to overtime. Again, it'll be golden goal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
as they put some time, 5 minutes here on the clock. Our PA announcer will announce to you the rules. Hopefully you can hear them as I'll step aside here momentarily.
If at any time a team scores a goal, it will be a golden goal. We are playing sudden death overtime, and that will end the game. If at the end of the 2 overtime periods there are no goals scored, we will go to a shootout.
So if you heard that from our PA announcer, we still have another 4 minutes before we get started here in overtime. 2 15-minute overtime periods. If a goal is scored by either of our 2 teams, Arlington, the 3 seed in the Section 1 Class AAA final or in the Class AAA tournament, or North Rockland, the 1 seed, if either of our 2 teams score within one of those 2 15-minute overtime periods, that's going to be the end of the game. Golden goal, otherwise known as sudden death, here to decide our Section 1 Class AAA winner. If there is no score, and we are still tied at 1 after the 2 15-minute overtime periods, a total of 30-minute overtime, we will go to the penalty kick shootout. North Rockland advanced here to today's Section 1 Class AAA final by way of a 4-3 PK shootout win over White Plains on Wednesday night to advance here to this afternoon's final. Not really the way that you want to end a soccer game. Would like to do it via, the pitch, via play. Don't really want to go to the penalty shootouts, but if it's required, we will do so. 3 minutes before we get started here in overtime. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the girls soccer Section 1 Class AAA final live right here on NBC Sports Engine Play. 80 minutes of soccer, not enough to decide the Section 1 Class AAA winner here for girls soccer. As we will go to overtime again, 2 15-minute overtime periods, and golden goal winner could be decided at any moment here from Nyack High School. Ryan Holzbus alongside Josh Drebsky. He's your cameraman and producer here this afternoon. Class B girls soccer final coming up. Projected 2:30 start time, but depending on how this overtime goes, we could be in for a bit of a later start for all of you that are possibly watching or listening that may be waiting for that game to start between Blind Brook and Briarcliff. And again, Class A, AA, and C tomorrow here from Nyack High School, live right here on NBC Sports Engine Play. Before we get going here, our first overtime period, Arlington will begin. We got 4 corner flags, and actually there goes mine. I was going to play a little game with you all. There were flags down, and now we got, 2 down, 2 up. I think it was 3 down at one point there before we got going. Arlington, again, in all white. North Rockland in all red, as Ireland Murphy in the double zeros will allow the ball to go out of play along the end line. Set up a goal kick
Arlington.
For Arlington. The Admirals in all white, and the North Rockland Raiders in all red. 1-1 score. Both goals scored within 15 minutes to play in half number 2, and then both goals scored also within about 2 minutes of each other. Arlington struck first. Chase Harris off a beautiful through ball. She was working her way to her left and put a ball in the back of the net off her right foot, outside of her right foot. And then, as our PA announcer, I was giving him a chance to announce the goal. North Rockland put something together here along our near sideline, middle of the field, sent the ball towards the 18-yard box, and the Arlington defenders were appearing to sort of shield it to allow it to get to Ireland Murphy, and who didn't allow it to be shielded, Gio Orfini. She ran right through those shielded defenders, or the defenders essentially trying to shield her. And they put the ball in the back of the net. Here's a ball on goal, and Kerry Finnerty there to handle it.
Stop by Finnerty.
As we are through a minute and a half in our first overtime. Arlington looking to book their 5th trip to the Class AAA New York State Tournament. Their 5th consecutive trip, I should mention. Nifty move there from Uzka. Another nifty move there as Uzka carries along the near numbers. Her ball into the middle of the field is knocked down. Shannon Davenport. Uzka down to her feet but sends it forward for Orfini. The North Rockland goal scorer. And now Arlington up along the far sideline to Sarah. 2 red jerseys trailing her. Has Chase Harris middle of the field. Here's the pass, and it gets knocked down on its way there. Claire Essick, as DeSare goes down to the turf, holding on to her head.
Injury timeout.
Harris will help her up to her feet. Looks like KK DeSare, the junior captain, should be okay. 6 goals, 5 assists here in 2025. And North Rockland will send it forward. Cross midfield. Arlington, the first to get a head on it. Lizzie Keevens, freshman, still there battling for it. Sadie Essick will run past her and now send a through ball along the far sideline. 17, Tegan McGovern battling with Ramputi, I believe, along the far sideline, and Ramputi will win that battle.
Arlington.
Goal kick, Arlington. As we're through 3 minutes here in our first overtime period. Again, North Rockland, the 1 seed in the Section 1 Class AAA tournament. They took down Ketchum in the quarterfinal last weekend, or I believe maybe on Monday also. Those games either last weekend or on Monday. Here's a ball, dangerous ball from North Rockland. Sadie Essick, a chance, and Murphy out of her cage, pinballed off Essick, and out of play. It'll be a goal kick here for Arlington.
Save,
I believe
Murphy.
Instead it's going to be a corner kick. I thought it pinballed
Corner
off Sadie
kick,
Essick,
North Rockland.
and out of play after her touch went off Murphy. Be a corner kick here for North Rockland, following a really good chance there for the Raiders to put this one away. Sadie Essick will take it from the far corner. Right-footed corner. Sky high, middle of the field, off a white head. I believe that was Olivia Bora, 11 in white, who got up there. Had to play along the end line. This time will be a corner from the near sideline.
North Rockland.
4 minutes through our opening period of overtime, our first of 2 periods if necessary. Essick will go from the far corner now to the near corner. 2 red jerseys set up, each on the respective goalposts. And then you got 5 red jerseys standing beyond the far hash. They make their run in here. White jersey, the first one on, again, was Olivia Bora, 11 in white. Looked like she intended to head the ball towards our near sideline, towards us up the field. Instead, it went the opposite direction, left toward the end line and out of play. Third corner here in our first overtime period for North Arlington. Off the head of, believe that is a red jersey and into the back of the net. North Rockland, your 2025 Section 1 Class AAA champs as they unseat Arlington. 3 consecutive corner kicks. And the third one off a red jersey, off ahead and into the back of the net, near side netting. See if our PA announcer here at Nyack High School had the goal scorer. Josh Drebsky, our cameraman, producer extraordinaire, he's pointing to the sophomore number 19, Claire Essick. We'll wait for the confirmation from the PA announcer, but I like Josh's, I like where he's going with it. Sister to sister, Sadie Essick, the senior, to Claire Essick, the sophomore, 3-year starter. A 2-1 win for North Rockland, the 1 seed, as they'll continue dancing here into the 2025 Class AAA Girls Soccer Tournament.
Red Raiders goal, a golden goal, scored by number 19, Claire Essick. The assist to number 2, Sadie Essick. Time of the goal,